With that, we bring it now to item number 8, council reports. Does any council member have a report tonight?
Start. Would you like to go first, Dave?
Okay. Councilman Howard.
Okay, make it quick. How's everybody? Everybody good out there? All right. A few things. Snellville Police Academy is going to be starting. I mentioned that the other day. March 29th is the first one. So if you hadn't had an opportunity to do that, check into that. You can go to the Snellville PD website or our city website, I think, to find both of that. You know, when I first, you know, had the honor of standing up here, one of the things that I talked about was making sure people looked here first. And I want to start. I'm going to continually remind everybody of that. It's just kind of going to be it's going to be automatic for me. So during last week, I had a chance to stop in a couple of the new places. One is old and new because it was at someplace else, but it renovated the old Glidden paint building. It's the Auto Parts place next to the post office. So I had a chance to stop in there, and they've done a really good job renovating that building and making it very nice. And I think they're happy to, number one, stay in Snellville, and that's really what it's all about. So I also had the chance to go down to the Integrity Christian Academy down at the old Gold's Gym. Had the opportunity, Miss Williams took me for a tour in there. Wonderful and great things they're doing down there. It's a K through 12 program. They got about 95 kids. They'll be having their first graduation class this year. So it's very exciting things that are going on down there. So, you know, sometimes we don't know everything that's going on, and certainly we want to make sure we pay attention to those kind of things and celebrate those. The license plate reader I talked about, I think the last meeting we approved that. It's been installed. It's been in for 10 days. It's been in service since 3/2, which is about 10 days. So far, they've identified 15 suspended tags, 3 people with no insurance, 9 people with expired tags, 1 with no tag, 1 with no driver's license on the person, 1 with no driver's license at all, failure to obtain a driver's license 30-day 1, and 1 seatbelt violations. But we also had 5 arrests. It's going to make our city safer. So just know that piece of equipment that's out there for public safety is already out there, and it's working and doing really well. And something else that some of us are kicking around here is an idea of having what we want to call, I think we are thinking about calling it Coffee with Council, but we're thinking about doing it on the mornings, you know, something that can do with the Snellville Farmers Market and be over there. So we've got some details to work out. But I just want to know how much I appreciate everybody being here and what the volunteers in this city do and what the citizens certainly, we just can't do it without you. So everybody just do well, drive safe going on, and get involved.
Thank you, Councilman Howard. Councilman Emanuel.
I'd like to welcome Mr. Talent. I think he's going to be an excellent addition to the team up here. And we've already had some discussion, and I think you're going to see a lot of good things happening. I think we're moving as a council in the right direction, and I'd like to encourage everybody to give us your input. We'd like to know what you think, what you feel. We all have email addresses. Our name is easily found on the Snellville website, so never hesitate if you have any questions, any comments. We'd love to hear them. And Councilman Howard took away a lot of what I was going to speak about again, so I'll cut it short. I know. Everybody be safe on the way home.
Councilwoman Kraus.
I am continuing my slow research on our emergency management system. Right now I'm in the middle of Code Red, and I hope to have a meeting with a representative on Code Red on the 22nd of this month, and I will report to you at the next council meeting. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Witz.
This afternoon I had the opportunity to attend the first work session of the work group with Market Street. Earlier you heard former Mayor Messino talk about Market Street and what Market Street has done for Gwinnett County over the last 5 years. Earlier this year, the council here engaged Market Street to help us to take our next step, to identify what companies are compatible with us and what our good parts and what our bad things are here in the city and how we can move the city forward. Today was the first meeting we had with them as a work group. They have done a lot of research research up till today. I learned some things today that I really had no idea about. One that sticks in my mind, and one I'd like to bring to your attention, is that there's only 530 people out of our 19,000, only 513, that actually live in Snellville and work in Snellville. 513 out of almost 19,000. But the more remarkable figure is that 94.5% of the people who live in Snellville drive out of Snellville to go to work. 95.5% of the people who work in Snellville don't live here. I thought that was kind of a remarkable. We wonder about our traffic. You know, we've got 18,000 people, on the street at the same time. Some going out, some coming in. I thought that was a remarkable figure in my mind. I never would have guessed it. But anyway, this process is going forward and is going to be a very good thing. And we are with using the same company that the Gwinnett County uses, and because of the work that Eric's doing with the chamber, Snellville its visibility within Gwinnett County is going to rise with the economic development forces within the county, and that cannot do anything but good for us as a city and for all of our citizens. Great things are happening in Snellville. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Keep doing what you're doing. We're doing great things. Great things are happening. This is going to be the place to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Witts. Councilman Sabah.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to thank Mr. Tom Ewing. Thank you for the history that you're bringing forth here. I really enjoy that quite a bit. And I'd like to add, during my youth, when I was a little younger, between the ages of 12 and 14, I lived with this lamp. That's all I had. You did too? That's all I had. And boy, I tell you, that brings back a lot of memories. I do enjoy it. I mean, it was cool. I mean, the problem with it was cleaning the glass once you've used it overnight. But thank you so much for the information, Mr. Ewing. Now, as far as the sad news, Dawsonville Mayor Joe Lane Cox died last Friday, and I know Mr. Talent has some affiliation with that part of the world there. My condolences to the group in Dawsonville, Georgia, for the passing of Mayor Cox. You all have a great night, and see you in a couple of weeks.
That concludes the council reports. Now for the mayor's report.